Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997 back with another figure review. This time the DC Universe Wave 2 Aquaman. This is from the Bill Gorilla Grodd line, and it comes with the right arm of Grodd down there, and some kind of weird piece of paper that usually doesn't come in these. Don't know what that is. This is the short-haired version, which is much harder to get than the long-haired version. But he's really cool. He looks really well detailed, especially the shirt. Looks like every individual bump is raised, which is cool. The trident's very detailed. And the way he's posed in the pack, he's posed exactly opposite of the way Black Manta was posed. So if you put the packs together, it looks like they might have been swimming to each other to battle. But that's pretty cool. On to the back. There's Gorilla Grodd, the first figure Firestorm, himself, Harley Quinn, Blue Superman, and Black Manta. It just says that he was found abandoned and raised by a guy in a lighthouse who renamed him Arthur Curry, and then he went back to become the King of Atlantis, and he was one of the founding Justice League members. First appeared in More Fun Comics 72. He can swim really fast, communicate with Aqualife, so on and so forth. Everybody pretty much knows who Aquaman is. Like I've said before in other reviews, I like this character. I don't see why everybody has such a big deal with him, saying that he sucks. He's more of an adventurer than a superhero. But, oh well, let's pull him out of the pack. And here he is out of the pack. Wanted to correct myself really quick. I said that the guy in the lighthouse renamed him Arthur Curry. The guy in the lighthouse name was Arthur Curry, according to the back of the box. Okay, I was right. Every tiny bump on his shirt is raised. You aren't going to be able to tell because of the camera, but that is real. I mean, the attention to detail on that was great. Also, there's a tiny gold ring around the base of his shirt, which you can barely make out there, but that's really accents the shirt nicely. The little A for the belt buckles there, which is cool. And he's the only problem I've really had with him so far is he's a little stiff when you first pull him out of the pack. I mean, the other figures seem to bend well enough, but this guy just gave me a little bit of trouble. But once I started bending him around, he got used to it. I switched the hand his trident was in. It stayed well in that hand, but this hand was almost closed, so once you pried it open and pop that one in, it stays a lot better. You can see it's propped up against the ground now, which is a problem Black Manta had. He couldn't really hold his trident that well unless you're propping it up on the ground. Okay, as for articulation, like I said, it's a little stiff when you first start going, but once you get everything moving around, he's really awesome to pose, like all DC Universe classics. Like I said, this is the short-haired variant, unlike the long-haired one that you see most commonly out there. Really cool guy. Let's pull the trident out of his hand really quick. Yeah, like I said, Aquaman gets way too much crap. I think he's a cool character. I know one of my friends actually bought this figure and stuck him down in a fish tank as a joke. Okay, there's his trident. You can see the starfish right above the purple emerald. I don't know really what that is, but it's detailed all the way down. Out of frame for a second. Including a little clamshell right there at the tip, which is cool. I mean, much more detailed than the Black Manta's was, which was just a standard silver. See, either side has the same great amount of detail, and just a really awesome accessory. Okay, I wanted to do a quick once-over comparing this guy to Black Manta. Yeah, I mean, those figures are just awesome together. I mean, the DC Universe Classics usually does that, put a main character and a nemesis in each line. Like the first line had Batman and Penguin, this line had Aquaman and Black Manta, and the third wave had Green Lantern and Sinestro, and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is a great figure. Easily, so far the only ones I haven't gotten are Harley Quinn and Blue Superman. Harley Quinn is on her way in the mail now. And this guy is easily my favorite in the line so far. I mean, I liked him. I thought he didn't deserve the crap he got as well, just as a figure. But this guy's really impressive. I challenge anyone who's a fan of figures to buy this guy and tell me he isn't a great figure. Like I said, the main details in his shirt and that little gold ring around his collar, which is just astounding for that amount. The texture kind of reminds me of what they did on the Rex Mason torso. But yeah, this guy ran me $28 with shipping, and he usually goes for around 30 or 35. I managed to get him at an auction like I usually do, where most people aren't paying attention to it. The short-haired one goes for around 23, 25, maybe a little more with shipping. But I would get the short-haired one, since Aquaman really didn't have long hair except for when he was wearing the gladiator armor and had the hook for a hand. This has to be earlier career Aquaman, because after he chopped off the hook for his hand, he replaced it with a water hand given to him by the Lady of the Lake. So this is early career Aquaman. Like I said, great set, especially together, but a great figure on his own. I highly recommend him. I'm going to go 9.5 out of 10, actually. I can't find anything wrong except for the joints being a little stiff when I first pulled him out of the pack. Oh, Gorilla Grodd's arm is there. Surprisingly big. And it had the same problem. Its joint was a little stiff to bend at the elbow, but once you get it bent, it's there. I almost have Grodd finished now. Along with that strange piece of paper, just says MattyCollector.com. It has a picture of the Adam Strange Starfire 2-pack, which I think is an exclusive to them. And advertises some Justice League Unlimited figures from the 4th season of Batman, it looks like. But that's cool. I'd like to have the Starfire. I really don't know that much about Adam Strange, so I might end up getting those. But this is JTrain 997. Aquaman gets a 9.5 out of 10, and he comes highly recommended by me.